Sided with a nigga that posted his own son genders. But when her son, we didn't say, oh, you're stupid, you're slow. You wanted to go sell, she was a stripper. You sell pussy. You wanted to go sell pussy just for your first kid to be raped by his cousin. Nobody said nothing to you. You know what everybody did in the family? We went and looked for the person that raped her son. We didn't even hold Latifah accountable. We didn't care. We went for who hurted the kid. All right, cool. This time around, something happened with my son.
Something is seriously wrong, and fans can feel it. Overnight, panic exploded across social media after disturbing rumors surfaced that Chrisean Rock's baby, ChriseanJr., had gone missing. At first, people thought it was a misunderstanding, maybe a custody mix-up, maybe a social media stunt. But within hours, the whispers turned into screams of fear and confusion. With one cryptic Instagram story from Chrisean's own sister hinting that something terrible had happened. This family ain't safe no more. Y'all better pray for that baby. That single line sent chills through the internet. By sunrise, Twitter, TikTok, and every gossip page were flooded with frantic posts. Where is ChriseanJr.? Who took him? And why is the Rock family suddenly turning on each other? But the most unsettling part? Neither Chrisean Rock nor Blueface had made a statement. No post, no live, nothing. Just silence, and now. Insiders claim that silence hides a horrifying truth, one that could tear Chrisean's family apart forever. Stay right where you are, because what you're about to hear next will make your heart stop. Next, we're going to break down the shocking background, the explosive family feud, and the moment everything started spiraling out of control. For months, the tension in Chrisean Rock's world had been building like a ticking time bomb, and now it had finally exploded. Behind the glitz, the fame, and the endless chaos that made her a trending topic every other week, there was a quiet, growing storm within her own family. A storm that revolved around one thing: control, loyalty, and her baby ChriseanJr. It all started long before his disappearance. Fans remember the viral clips: Chrisean crying on live, clutching her son, shouting that nobody could take him away from her. That moment wasn't just another breakdown. It was a warning sign that everyone missed. Her relationship with Blueface was already hanging by a thread. But what most people didn't realize was that her family drama was even darker. Behind closed doors, her relatives were fighting over who could be trusted around the baby. According to one insider, there were people in the family who didn't even speak to each other. But they were all fighting to get close to that baby. Some for love, some for control, and some for clout. It didn't help that Chrisean's fame had turned her entire family dynamic into a public circus. Every sibling had gone live at least once to air dirty laundry. Every cousin had posted a truth video. Her older brother, who used to defend her publicly, suddenly switched sides after a bitter argument about money. Her sister, known for explosive posts, accused Chrisean of being fake humble and forgetting where she came from. But the breaking point came during the summer, when Chrisean tried to cut certain family members off completely. She posted a cryptic story: "Family ain't family when they jealous." Hours later, her mother went live, sobbing. She said she hadn't seen her grandson in weeks and claimed Chrisean was keeping the baby from everyone. That live alone reached 500,000 views, turning private pain into viral entertainment. In that chaos, fans began to notice a disturbing pattern. The baby was rarely seen. At first, it was normal. Every mother wants privacy. But then came the whispers. Why hasn't she posted him? Why are there no new photos? Is everything okay with ChriseanJr.? Soon, TikTok was filled with theories. Some said Chrisean was hiding the baby to protect him. Others insisted Blueface had secretly taken him. But the most chilling claim came from a supposed family insider, who messaged a gossip page saying, "Something went down last weekend. They're all fighting behind the scenes. The baby's not with her and she's not okay." Sounded like drama at first until the next morning, when Chrisian missed a scheduled live event, canceled a brand shoot, and deleted several posts featuring her son. Then, almost as if on cue, her sister posted that haunting line, "This family ain't safe no more. Y'all better pray for that baby." That's when fans realized this wasn't just family beef. Something had gone terrifyingly wrong. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some claimed the police were involved. Others said Chrisian's cousin had gone on live crying, hinting that she knew something but couldn't say it. One fake screenshot even claimed there was an Amber Alert, which wasn't true, but by then, nobody cared about facts. The internet was in full panic mode. Meanwhile, Blueface, who had been tweeting cryptic lyrics just days earlier, suddenly went quiet. Fans begged him to speak out, but he didn't. The silence from both parents made the situation even darker. And now, insiders say this all stems from a heated feud inside the Rock family, a feud that had been boiling for months and finally exploded. In the worst possible way, because this isn't just about fame or relationships anymore. This is about trust, betrayal, and a missing child caught in the middle of chaos that no one seems able to control. And just when you think you've heard it all, wait until you hear what happened next. The major confrontation that allegedly took place just hours before Christian Jr. vanished. What happened that night would change everything and expose the darkest secrets of a family already at war with itself. It all began on what should have been a quiet Sunday night in Baltimore. According to multiple insiders, friends of the Rock family who have now spoken anonymously, the tension had reached its breaking point. Chrisian had returned home from Los Angeles, supposedly to get away from all the noise. But instead of peace, she walked straight into a full-blown war within her own bloodline. The night started normally enough. Chrisian was at her mother's house, surrounded by a few relatives and her baby. ChriseanJr. Neighbors later said they could hear music, laughter, and even fireworks in the backyard. But as the night went on, the mood shifted fast. A relative reportedly brought up Blueface, saying he'd been talking about getting joint custody. That's when everything spiraled. One family member allegedly pulled out a phone and showed Chrisian a clip from Blueface's live stream earlier that week, one where he claimed, "I'm not worried about her. I just want my son safe. He's better off with me." The moment she heard those words, something inside her snapped. Witnesses say she stood up, shaking, and screamed, "He not taking my baby? Not now, not ever." Within seconds, the room erupted into shouting. Her mother tried to calm her down, but another relative, her older sister, jumped in, saying maybe Blueface wasn't wrong. "You out here fighting everybody, going live every night, traveling all the time," she allegedly said. "Maybe he is safer somewhere else." That line broke the dam, according to one eyewitness. Chrisian threw a drink across the room, yelling, "You're just jealous. I got something real in my life. You never wanted me to be happy." Phones came out. People started recording. The argument spilled into the backyard. There are supposedly videos which haven't been confirmed showing Chrisian pacing, holding her baby close, screaming at her family to get away. And then came the part that shocked everyone. At some point during the chaos, Chrisian's brother, who had been on bad terms with her for months, arrived unexpectedly. He allegedly stormed in yelling that everybody needed to chill before turning directly to Chrisian and saying, "You trippin'? You're not thinking straight." She fired back, "You don't tell me what to do with my child." The baby started crying. The shouting continued. Neighbors say they saw flashing lights soon after, maybe police, maybe just passing cars. But then, suddenly, it went quiet. No more yelling, no more noise. And that's where things start getting murky. By the next morning, Chrisian was gone from the house. So was her baby. Nobody in the family could reach her. Her phone was off. Her location was off. Hours turned into a full day, then 2, By Tuesday morning, her sister reportedly called her multiple times before posting that eerie message on Instagram. "This family ain't safe no more. Y'all better pray for that baby." Fans immediately flooded her comments. "What happened to the baby? Where's Christian? Why are you saying this online instead of calling her?" But the sister didn't reply. Instead, a few hours later, she posted another cryptic story, a black screen with a single line of text. "It's not what y'all think, but it's worse." That sent fans spiraling. Meanwhile, gossip accounts began leaking supposed DM screenshots, messages from someone claiming to be a neighbor, who said they saw a car pull up late that night and take Christian and her baby away. The car, they said, wasn't hers. Some fans connected the dots and suggested the car belonged to Blueface's cousin, who'd been seen around Baltimore days before. Others believed a trusted babysitter might have picked the baby up amid the family chaos. Then, in a move that stunned everyone, Blueface himself broke his silence. At 2:17 a.m., he tweeted, "Y'all stop playing with my name. My son, good. Always been good." But within 10 minutes, the tweet was deleted. That was the moment the internet exploded. Screenshots spread like wildfire. Why delete it if everything was fine? What did "always been good" mean? Did he have the baby? Or was he just trying to calm the storm? By the next morning, multiple YouTube channels were analyzing every detail: the timing, the silence, the family's behavior. And then one clip surfaced that changed everything. A blurry, low-quality video from a supposed neighbor's ring cam began circulating. It appeared to show Christian outside the house, arguing with someone near a black SUV. She was holding a small bundle, assumed to be the baby, and shouting something that sounded like, "Don't take him." The SUV door opened. There was a struggle. Then she vanished from view. The video cuts off there. No one knows what happened next. Within hours, hashtags like #WhereIsChris, EANGR, and #PrayForChris, EAN, were trending worldwide. Meanwhile, law enforcement made no official statement. Insiders whispered that there was no police report filed, suggesting this wasn't a kidnapping but something personal. That's when the first major twist hit. A leaked voice message, allegedly from a close friend of Christian's, surfaced online. In the message, the friend said, "She told me she was leaving. She said she couldn't trust nobody no more. Not her family, not Blue, not even her mom. She said if anything happens, she just wanted her baby safe." That voice note changed everything. Suddenly, fans weren't sure if ChriseanJr. had been taken or if Christian herself had disappeared intentionally. Was this an escape? A breakdown? A setup? No one knew, but one thing was certain: The Rock family feud had reached a terrifying new level. And the next part of this story, the escalation and shocking reveal, would send shockwaves through every corner of the internet. Because what came next wasn't just drama. It was something darker. Just when fans thought the situation couldn't get any darker, something new surfaced, and it changed everything. It started with a leaked voice recording, allegedly from a private group chat between Christian's siblings. The audio was fuzzy, filled with background noise and overlapping voices. But one phrase was crystal clear: "She ain't missing. She hiding. And she got help." That sentence detonated across the internet like a bomb. Within minutes, #ChrisEAN hiding and #family cover-up began trending. Everyone wanted to know, who was she hiding from? And more importantly, where was the baby? By Tuesday night, a new wave of theories took over TikTok. One viral clip with nearly 5 million views showed a girl who claimed to have inside info from someone close to Christian's mom. She said Christian had packed her things in the middle of the night, called an unknown man for a ride, and left without saying a word. She was scared, the girl said. She kept saying, "They gone, try to take my baby." And then came another twist. Blueface's ex posted a cryptic story of her own. People always play victim right before they run. The internet went wild. Did she mean Christian? Was she implying guilt? Or was she just adding fuel to the fire? Meanwhile, Christian's mother, who had been silent through most of the chaos, suddenly went live on Instagram. Eyes puffy, voice trembling. She said she hadn't spoken to her daughter in days. "I don't know where she at. All I know is something not right," she said through tears. "Y'all stop saying it's for clout. My grandbaby ain't no storyline." But in the comments, fans noticed something strange. Several accounts kept posting the same message. "Check Atlanta. She's in Georgia. She's not alone." Within hours, rumors spread that Christian had been spotted at a hotel in Atlanta with her baby. But when reporters arrived, the hotel denied having anyone under her name. Still, that didn't stop people from digging deeper. A few hours later, a TMZ-style gossip page dropped exclusive screenshots, blurry photos of a woman carrying a baby covered in a blue blanket, entering a building that looked like a shelter or safe house. The post's caption read, "Is this Christian Rock in hiding? Our sources say she's terrified and refusing to contact anyone, not even Blueface." Then, the second shocking reveal came. One of Christian's cousins, who had been quiet until now, posted a Facebook rant accusing their own family of lying for the cameras. She wrote, "They know exactly where she is. They just trying to spin it before it gets worse. The truth coming out soon." Within minutes, that post was deleted, but screenshots were already circulating. Meanwhile, on X, formerly Twitter, fans began dissecting Blueface's old tweets, his sudden silence, and even the timestamps of his deleted posts. One thread went viral after pointing out that his cousin's car, the same one allegedly seen in the Ring camera footage, was recently spotted back in Los Angeles. People began connecting dots, creating insane theories. Some believed Blueface's team helped Christian disappear for her own safety. Others swore he had taken the baby without permission. A few even suggested she was in a mental health facility. Under a fake name, every rumor felt more believable than the last because no one was talking then. Around 4 a.m., a private message leaked to a fan page claiming to have proof of the truth. The account posted a screenshot of an alleged text exchange between one of Christian's close friends and an unknown number. The message read, "She's okay, but she don't trust anyone. She said something happened in that house that night. Something bad." Fans went into overdrive. What happened in that house? Why was she running? What did she see, or what did someone do? Within 24 hours, what started as a missing person rumor had turned into a full-blown media meltdown. News outlets picked it up, podcasts dissected every second, and even other celebrities started chiming in. Cardi B allegedly liked a tweet that said, "Protect that baby at all costs." Nicki Minaj fans countered with memes, accusing Christian of faking drama for attention. The entire internet became a battlefield of accusations, alliances, and outrage. And then came the leaked phone call. Someone uploaded audio to TikTok, allegedly a call between Christian's mother and another family member. In the clip, her mother could be heard whispering, "She told me not to call the cops. She said they'll twist it. She said she just needs time." The other voice replied, "Time for what? You can't hide forever. They're gonna come looking." That was the moment fans realized this wasn't just a disappearance. It was a cover-up. If true, it meant Christian wasn't missing against her will. She was hiding from something or someone. And the family, instead of helping her, might have been fighting over what story to tell. The world theories reached fever pitch when one user dropped a supposed insider update, claiming that Christian had reached out to a pastor in Georgia for protection. The post said she was trying to rebuild her peace but feared someone from her own circle was tracking her location. That's when fans began noticing deleted posts from several family members, as if everyone suddenly wanted to erase digital footprints. No one knew the truth. But one thing was clear. Something was being hidden. Something massive. And as the internet spiraled, Blueface's mother entered the chat. Posting one chilling line on Instagram, "Everybody playing victim till the real footage drops." The comment section exploded. What footage? Did she mean the Ring camera clip? Was there more? Was there more? That one post reignited the chaos and sent fans back into detective mode. Because if there really was more footage, it could expose who took the baby. And who was lying all along. The world waited, terrified, furious, and addicted to every update. But nobody was ready for what came next. A shocking series of public reactions, celebrity interventions, and family meltdowns that would turn this private nightmare into a full-scale internet war. The internet had officially lost control. By Wednesday morning, what started as whispers in fan pages had turned into a global digital wildfire. Every influencer, gossip, blogger, and reaction channel wanted a piece of the story, and each version sounded more horrifying than the last. Twitter was chaos. One fan wrote, "This isn't drama anymore. This is dangerous. That baby could be anywhere." Another replied, "If Blueface really took him, why the police ain't involved yet? Something don't add up." Threads ran thousands of comments deep, with people arguing nonstop, some defending Chrisean, others blaming her, and many accusing the family of using the situation for attention. TikTok was even worse. Countless creators stitched the same clips of Chrisean's live meltdowns from months ago, captioning them, "The signs were there." One viral post showed a timeline of every major fight between her and Blueface. The arrests, the brawls, the interviews, ending with a chilling voiceover. When chaos is your brand, peace becomes impossible within 24 hours. Hashtags like #FindChris, EANGR, #PrayForChris, EAN, and #ProtectTheBaby had over 50 million combined views. Even celebrities began to weigh in. Rapper DDG tweeted, "Whole world watching this like a movie. But this real life. Hope that baby's safe." Summer Walker wrote on Instagram stories, "Y'all laugh at trauma till it's too late. Somebody check on that girl." And then came the post that split the internet in two. Blueface's cryptic Instagram caption. He uploaded a photo of himself at the gym, shirtless, as usual, with the words, "Y'all always quick to believe a lie. My son's straight. My energy pure." The comments section exploded. "Where is he then?" wrote one user. "Post proof," another demanded. But Blueface didn't respond. Instead, he turned off the comments. That silence only made people angrier. Meanwhile, Chrisean's family members began to contradict each other publicly. Her sister went live crying, claiming she was worried sick, but in the same breath, she accused Chrisean of making it harder than it needs to be. Her brother clapped back an hour later on Facebook, saying, "You're talking too much online? This not for views." Their mother posted another emotional video, screaming through tears, "I just want my baby's baby back home." The rawness of her breakdown made headlines instantly, with news outlets calling it one of the most gut-wrenching lives in influencer history. But some fans weren't buying it. One viral comment read, "This family cries on live more than they cry in private. It's all performative." Still, the concern was real. Even mainstream outlets like The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and Complex began covering the story. TMZ ran a headline that read, "Missing or Hiding. Chrisean Rock's family war erupts as baby's location unknown." And then, just when the internet thought it couldn't get any stranger, a verified gossip account dropped what it claimed was a police insider tip. According to their post, authorities had been contacted regarding the safety of an infant connected to the Rock family. That line alone, just one sentence, reignited total panic. Podcasts launched emergency episodes. YouTubers went live to break down every clue. Fans began organizing online search groups, tracking flights, car rentals, and posts that might reveal Chrisean's location. One conspiracy account even claimed to have matched the background of a viral video to a shelter in Decatur, Georgia. And through all of this, Chrisean's verified accounts remained silent. No new lives, no updates, no statements. Just total chilling silence by Thursday. News anchors on entertainment shows were openly speculating about mental health, family abuse, and fame's toll on young mothers. One panelist on the talk said, "This isn't just celebrity drama. This is what happens when fame, trauma, and family dysfunction collide in public." But perhaps the most explosive reaction came from within the industry itself. A former reality TV producer who worked on one of Christian's shows leaked a message claiming that there was footage never aired, scenes that allegedly showed disturbing family confrontations involving the baby. That leak sent shockwaves through the media. If true, it meant there were tapes, evidence of what the public never saw. And that's when one of the biggest gossip sites dropped their own exclusive, posting that they had obtained unseen footage related to the night of Christian's disappearance, but were verifying its authenticity before release. Instantly, fans flooded the comments. Post-IT, what footage? Is the baby okay? Everywhere you looked, the same question echoed. What happened to ChriseanJr? And just when the speculation reached its highest point, a brand new twist surfaced that flipped the entire narrative upside down, because someone finally broke their silence. And what they revealed was so shocking, so emotionally devastating that it made every previous theory feel small. Late Friday night, when the internet was finally starting to calm down, an unexpected notification shattered the fragile quiet. A new Instagram Live had just started from Christian Rock's own verified account. Within seconds, hundreds of thousands of fans flooded in. Everyone expected a tearful confession, maybe a plea for privacy. But what they saw instead was something completely different, something that didn't feel right. The live began with shaky camera movement, low lighting, and heavy breathing. For a few seconds, all anyone could hear was the faint sound of traffic and a baby cooing softly in the background. Then suddenly, Christian's voice, trembling but strangely calm, filled the speakers. "I just need y'all to understand," she whispered. "Everything they sang, it ain't the truth." The comments exploded. "Where are you? Is the baby okay? Show us you're safe." But she ignored them, staring somewhere off screen, eyes glossy and swollen. "I had to get away," she continued. "I couldn't trust nobody. Not my family, not him, nobody." Her hands shook as she adjusted the camera, revealing just a glimpse of a small blue blanket in her lap, the same color that fans remembered from the TMZ photos. "My baby's good," she said softly, clutching the blanket tighter. "He always been good." But they don't want peace. They want control. A live cut out for a moment, the screen freezing on her tear-streaked face before returning to black. But when it came back, the angle had changed and the tone turned darker. She looked straight into the camera now, her expression raw, her voice breaking. "I seen what they tried to do. I can't say everything right now, but just know if something happens to me, it wasn't random." That sentence broke the internet. People began screen recording instantly. Thousands of comments flooded in. "Call 911. What's going on, Chrissy, please?" The fear in her voice was too real to dismiss. It wasn't the rant of someone chasing clout. It was the panic of someone being watched. Then, right as she seemed about to reveal more, the live cut off completely. No goodbye. No warning. Just a frozen frame and then darkness. Within minutes, the live disappeared from her profile. Not saved, not archived, gone. Fans who had been watching in real time flooded other platforms, posting clips and begging for updates. And that's when the real bombshell dropped. An alleged backup page, one that insiders claimed belonged to someone close to Christian, uploaded a 30-second video that appeared to be recorded immediately after the live ended. In it, you could hear her arguing with someone off camera. A man's voice, angry, demanding, "Why'd you go live?" Then, her shouting back, "They need to know." Her shouting back, "They need to know," and then silence. The clip ended abruptly, leaving millions with more questions than answers. Was she safe? Was that voice Blueface? Someone else? Where was she now? The next morning, fans noticed something chilling. The small blue blanket, the one she held during the live K, was suddenly posted on a private story from her sister's account with the caption, "He's home now." That image sent the internet spiraling again. Was the baby returned? Who had him? Did the family get involved? But before anyone could piece it together, Christian's verified Instagram vanished. Gone. Deleted. No trace of her, only chaos left behind. By Saturday, reporters camped outside her mother's house. Blueface's team released a brief, cold statement through his PR rep. "Our priority is the safety and well-being of the child. Please respect privacy during this difficult time." That single sentence, vague, emotionless, only deepened the mystery, because now it wasn't just fans who were confused. Law enforcement sources reportedly confirmed an ongoing welfare check, but refused to share details, and so the entire world was left with one terrifying truth. No one knew where Chrisean Rock was. Had she gone into hiding again? Was she safe? Or had something far worse happened after that final live? One fan summed it up best in a viral TikTok that's now being shared everywhere. "If that live was her goodbye, we just watched history happen in real time." As the screen fades to black and the final clip loops again and again online, one haunting question remains. Where is Chrisean Rock, and what really happened to her baby? So now the world waits, confused, terrified, and unable to look away. Every second that passes without an update makes the silence more deafening, the mystery more dangerous, and the story more addictive. Because whether you love her, hate her, or don't even follow her, you felt that fear in her voice. You heard the desperation. You saw the truth flicker through the chaos. And now it's your turn to speak up. Do you believe Chrisean Rock is truly in hiding to protect her child? Or is there something darker at play? Was the family's feud a setup from the start? Or did fame finally destroy the last bit of trust she had left? Could Blueface really be involved? Or has the internet once again twisted a real crisis into a viral circus? Let us know what you think in the comments below, because this story isn't over. In fact, insiders claim there are more recordings, more footage, and a full statement that could drop any day now. And when that happens, it's going to flip everything upside down again. So if you've been following every twist,